You got two really great players, one the greatest of all time, one of the most talented of all time, Brady, Rodgers, both in a negative streaking direction. Shady, who are you more confident in breaks a losing streak on Sunday, Brady or Rodgers?
The GOAT. And I want y'all to figure it out which one I'm talking about. The real big GOAT. I'm going with Tom Brady. First of all, they have a home game. And my thing is, like, he's been here before, right? It's been a while. What, 2002? It's been a while. So I can't see Tom going out like that. I think with this team, they know each other. Eventually, it has to crack. We have to get things going again. Like, they know how to do it. And the next thing is, like, the Rams. Matt Stafford has been tripping.
Time out.
I
got to call time out. Shady, your mentality, big dog, is how people go broke at the casino. Eventually, it got to turn. Eventually, it's going to land on red. Eventually.
But who am I betting on? Am I betting on the dice or the cards, or I'm betting on Tom Brady?
Yeah, you.
Come on now. It's the GOAT. I said the GOAT. See, I know what I'm talking about. I just think that the team they're going against, the Rams, they're really struggling. Up front, they're bad. And don't forget this. The Bucs defense is still a top 5 defense. And that matters in football, right? Mm-hmm. So, okay, Tommy, make me right now. Make me right.
Hey, bro, you like talking to the dealer right now. Hey, make me right.
Let me get the ace. Blackjack, Bill, Bucs win.
Deuce. 13. Deuce.
Oh.
Joy, break this down for me. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, more likely to snap the streak.
More confident in Brady. See, when I gamble, I play craps.
Okay.
Because
Look at
it's the best. It's the best game if you're at the casino. If you're me, because you just kind of lean. Oh my God, how do you play this?
That'll work for us.
Oh, I only have this much money. Oh, I lost it. I guess I'll have to go.
It's so accurate.
We had the table all night. Oh, it's never failed.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. And then they let you keep the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Must be nice, huh?
It is. I enjoy it. I'm more confident in Brady. I'm picking the Lions.
Oh,
let's go. No, I love that.
I picked them too.
So you can capture the
I picked them too.
No.
I picked them too.
Bro.
Yeah.
The Lions have given damn near everyone they've played a game. That's not even that weird of a take.
We got to stop down.
That's not even that weird of a take.
This is why I don't like that, Dave. The Lions are 4-20 in their last 24 games.
So what?
Giving somebody a game, how the Lions going to beat the Packers, Joy?
Well,
let me know. So
first of all, the Lions can put up points.
They can.
Okay, and the Packers are struggling to do that. Mm-hmm. And it's a road game.
Injuries.
And the injuries. Mm-hmm. So, I'm having some confidence in Man Campbell, all right? I'm going to give the Lions this game. And you're asking me who am I more confident is going to break the streak. I think it's the Bucs. So, and for all the reasons Shady mentioned, the Rams are very banged up right now. Cooper Kupp is banged up. Take advantage of it.
Real. Alan Lazard, questionable. Christian Watson, questionable. So the Packers do have a lot of questions. Dave Helman, answer my question. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, more likely to break the streak.
I thought I was going to be all interesting and cool going with Tom Brady. Like, they've got the harder game, so I thought I was being real smart saying the Bucs. But no, I've got so much more confidence in Tom Brady. But again, I know the Rams just won the Super Bowl. I know that they've got a better record than the Lions. I do not trust that offense, specifically on the road against Todd Bowles. I mean, we can criticize Todd Bowles as a head coach, but he knows how to dial up pressure. Yeah. And against an offensive line like this, you got some good pass rushers on that line. You got Devin White, who maybe he's not having the best season in the world, but he knows how to blitz the quarterback. I have absolute faith the Bucs are going to make life hell on Matt Stafford. And at home, they call it the mini bye week, right? Mm-hmm. When you play on Thursday, you get a long weekend to sort of take a breath and assess. So the Bucs have had a chance to self-scout, rip out the pages that suck, and put in some new stuff. Like, I like the Bucs way more.
Oh, the Lions. They don't know how to win.
The Lions were up like 21-7 on your beloved Dolphins a week ago.
You do realize you used the past tense word.
I'm sorry.
You said were.
They were.
Past tense. They lost. Like, the Lions have won 4 games in 2 years. You think they're going to be Aaron Rodgers? Packers?
This Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, like you're talking about the Lions, like you are talking about the past reputation of Aaron Rodgers, like a different Packers offense than this one.
Now you watch a lot of tape.
Yes, sir.
I can talk to you straight.
Please do.
How bad is he playing right now?
Aaron Rodgers is playing bad.
He's playing bad.
He is.
Okay.
But as bad as he's playing, they have 3 wins this year. That's 1 less win than the Detroit Lions have in the last 21 games.
They're like the same level right now. At the same level. Golf's playing better.
Look. The Lions have been smacked one time all year. They gave the Birds a game. They were, I mean, the Birds were up by a couple possessions.
trying to
But
most of
that's
that,
my point, though. Like, we know the Lions are capable of scoring points.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
It's the defense that concerns me. But that defense is going up against a struggling Green Bay.
This is a favorable matchup for Detroit's
Let me ask to me
defense.
what's a more fascinating question and conversation. Let's talk about the Lions and Dan Campbell real quick, couple minutes.
Okay.
How much more grace are we extending him? I get Hard Knocks was dope this year. Aiden Hutchinson had the whole little dance. That whole song was fun and cool. Dan Campbell biting off kneecaps last year. That's what he said during his presser. We're going to bite off kneecaps. That's all cool. That's all fun. I've seen coaches get fired for less. Dave, going to start with you because you've been covering coaches and you've been covering teams. You've been on teams where you've seen coaches get fired. How much more grace are you personally? And then do you think the Detroit Lions should extend to 4-20 Dan Campbell?
So here's the thing. Number one, I've been around enough coaches and enough seasons that looked sunk that wound up not being that to like judge too harshly. So this is Dan Campbell's second year, right?
Yes, sir.
They brought him in to fix a terrible team. The Matt Patricia era was, we probably don't give it enough credit for how atrocious it was, for how bad that was. So you are doing a down to the studs rebuild. Now, I'm not sold that Dan Campbell is the guy, but I don't think a season and a half is enough to fire him, especially, again, you can say it all you want. There's no moral victories.
But Dave, let me ask you this. Let's talk likability. And this is what I hate when things factor in, like how likable somebody is. Matt Patricia era was awful. Awful. Won 6 games, won 3 games, won 5 games. Dan Campbell's won 3 games, and he's on pace to win 2 games. Matt Patricia era was awful. This Dan Campbell era is worse statistically.
And I have a lot of respect for Lions fans because, man, that is a choice. It just is. It is. We don't really, go hard on the Lions, probably because out of respect for Detroit, honestly. Like, I spent a lot of time in Detroit growing up. My grandparents lived there. Like, I think that's really what it is. We respect Detroit fans. The Lions are a bad organization. It's very, very difficult to win there. Who has done it? We know what Jared Goff is outside of Sean McVay, so that's not a big reveal. We saw it before he got there, and he's doing the same thing afterwards. So what Dan Campbell is dealing with is not the best material, and he hasn't had a whole lot of time to get his own material in there. Now, I called him Man Campbell because that originated in Miami. Dan Campbell is a lot of the rah-rah, bite the kneecap stuff off. Like, I think that only goes so far.
That's where I'm at, Joy. That's where I'm at.
I think that's good for locker rooms. I think it's good for training camp. I think it's good for, your point, likability. I don't know how much that translates to wins.
And it
but
hasn't.
I will say it does have some factor to me in when you're building a culture, which I feel like was the first thing that he was trying to do.
Shady, here's my issue, though, and I want to hear your thoughts before you take us home, is with most good coaches, you know fairly instantly if they're going to turn that thing. Kyle Shanahan got to San Fran, and the second he got Jimmy G, 6-0, he was winning. Kevin Stefanski got to Cleveland, and with Baker, who Baker couldn't get right, gets to Cleveland, instantly 11 wins. Sean McVay goes to Los Angeles, takes over for Jeff Fisher. 2 years later, he's in the Super Bowl. To me, I'm like, most great coaches, Zach Taylor with the Bengals, his 3rd year there, he's in a Super Bowl. I don't think in this day and age it takes that long. If you're on that squad, you might love Dan Campbell, but you hate losing. How much more grace you giving them? How long till you looking around like, hey, big dog, one win?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think, though, like, even, like, all the teams you talked about, like, they had some standout players. When I look at this roster, this team, they don't have no real good players. I think Swift is the real deal, but he's always hurt, right? Who else? See, you got to have some – that's the problem with Chip Kelly, and I hate to go back that far, but he didn't understand that this is a players' league. Yeah. The coach's coach to put the players in position to win. Now it's the players' job to go out there and win. And what players do they have to go out there and win? Right? Even Zach in his 3rd year with the Bengals, like, they got players. They got top 5 players. They don't have no players. No players on the Detroit Lions. So it's like I can't ask this coach to go out there and win games with them type of players.
I feel you. I get they don't yet have the superstars. Hopefully Swift can develop into it. Hutchinson can develop into it. I feel you on that one.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.